So after hitting me and all that, he used to force me to give him like a blowjob or whatever. He'd talk about my sister or talk about my best friend, just to be grimy. But yeah, that's it. But I'd have to do that. That was the only way he'd go to sleep. Do you know what I mean? I knew that I had to, otherwise it just wouldn't stop till the morning anyway. So you just learn to like cope with it, I suppose. You learn to like, you know it's coming. It was hard to get away from him, it was really hard. Like, my dad come to the door to get me out, and like he chub locked the door and he said, if you open that door to your dad, I'm gonna stab your dad in the neck, yeah? So like, he had me under this like scare thing, which I shouldn't have been, but I was. I've always had like, I don't know, people can always get like a mental hold over me when it comes to like threatening my family, do you know what I mean? Because I would almost do anything to keep my family safe, just because they're not from this life, you know? That wasn't my only domestic violence relationship. I got out of that one and I went into another one which was half / my pimp as well. His name was Patrick. Now at the time he was 52 and I was 18, 19. So that was like manipulation already, if you know what I mean. But what it was is he was my security, but I didn't need him as my security, but I thought that did. So I would give him half the money what I would earn. So, and just for nothing. So he just used to get half my money on every job. And that's the one where I refused to have something done to me one time. He slapped me around the face and dragged me around by my hair, like, yeah, that was another. Then when I left him, that's when I got with the father of my child, who, like, is much better. He took me away from, like, instead of making me shoplift as such, he would do it and I wouldn't have to do anything. Do you know what I mean? That was the first relationship I'd been in where he took sort of care of me. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have to do anything. That was the first, that's when my life started to sort of turn. But up until that point, it was a mess. Like on the street, like I'd never been on the street before, and like I was following people, so you get in that car, it's not, you get really depressed, like, because you sleep and you're sleeping in the snow sometimes and you're alone. Like if you're a woman, like I know what it's like to be a woman alone on the street, and you always think you need a man with you, yeah, but yeah, it's not the way. Like people just use and abuse you when you're a woman on the street. Yeah, like I don't really know how to tell people to get out of it. It's so bad. You need to go and get like literal professional help. That's the only way to get out of this circle. I thought I could do it and I couldn't without help. You think you can, you think, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going down that CGL, it's full of drunkies. But you need to make that step. Because I was staying in mostly like crack houses and things like that, and like doing the pimping and that. And then when I left him, that one that was going to hit me for not doing something, I was with the other boyfriend who was nice, and then as I said to you, I went to Cambridge. Now, I robbed the guy in Cambridge that I was working for, so I had to come back to Croydon. So when I come back to Croydon, I had nowhere to stay. I could have gone to my mum's, but she don't, like, it's just not practical because I'm on drugs and rah. She don't want it under a roof. So I just started staying with people out on the street. Like, I don't know, you start chilling out on the street for a bit, then before you actually bed down, you start just sitting up all night with them, if you know what I mean, just smoking or whatever. And then you start bedding down on the street and laying on the street and that, and it's, yeah. That's the bit that's not nice, because you get people walking past you from when you're normal, do you know what I mean? It got in through summer, if you know what I mean. You know where it's warm at the night time, you don't think about it, yeah? So you just start staying out, and then you get used to staying out, but then it becomes to the winter months, and then you're in a real muck, you're like, oh, because you wake up shivering every single morning. Like, there's no morning where you don't wake up freezing, you know, and if you're only in a sleeping bag or whatever, it's freezing. I've been morning dewed over loads of times, and it's so cold, the cold gets to your bones. So back then you'd get up, yeah, and like back then I wouldn't save myself nothing for the morning, yeah, which is a smart thing to do, but back then I wouldn't, because so you'd get up rough, feeling rough, yeah. So you get up, you think, oh, right. So loads of times I got up, got my blanket under one arm, yeah. You go into a shop, got a big storage box full of chocolate, right? That's it. Under my blanket, that's it, out the shop. Pew, 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 do you know what I mean? Down the shop, sell it, go and score. Get out of trouble. And then maybe you'd go out of the area because your first graft wouldn't be out of the area because you're not well. Then you go out in the area, something like Caterham or Coulsdon or Crawley, you know, go hit up the shops there for like, I don't know, say like minimum just get like 4 bottles of spirits. That's at least 40 quid, depending on which bottles you get. So then you come back, you do that, and then you just go on the next graft, and then it's just all day. And if you can go grafting in the night as well, because you just go Gatwick. So it's literally a non-stop thing. If you don't want it to stop, you don't have to stop. Like, it's hectic. Now I just stay at home. Now all I do is watch telly. I go out to my appointments, and that's about it. Because I can't walk down the street without seeing about 30 people that like still use and everything, do you know what I mean? Your environment needs to be different for you to change. Definitely. Definitely. I mean, you'll always find drugs. If you want to find drugs, you'll always find it. You can move anywhere you want, you'll always find it. But if you move out of the circle where it's right there in front of your face, you don't want it as much. You don't, because you're not bored. Well, it is, it's boredom, really. And because there's nothing that seems better to occupy your time than having a pipe, you just think go and score. Even food, yeah? You don't even buy yourself food, yeah, because you think, oh, fuck it, someone will give me food. So you don't even look after yourself like that. You don't buy drinks. Pardon me, you don't buy food because you think, oh, that 3 quid could go towards another one. Oh, that quid could go towards another one. So you really start not looking after yourself. And then I got all matted hair because I'm a girl and you need to brush your hair. And when you're on the street, you don't think about brushing your hair. So I literally had like carpet in my hair. It felt like a rug of carpet where it was so matted, where I hadn't brushed it. Literally, I had dreadlocks. Like, it was terrible. Because your hygiene just goes down the pan. Although there is places to shower and all that, don't get it twisted, but you can't be bothered. You're ill, you want to go and get your things, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, even when there is places out there and stuff, it's hard work to even go because of your addiction, because it takes over your whole life. And because the heroin is physical, you can't ignore it. You can't. You just can't. You can't ignore it. It's like having food poisoning.